Beloveds, every moment of creation, every choice that is made within the mind to allow an experience to come forth, comes forth from Christed consciousness that at most times is operating unconsciously. When you allow yourself to say, this is what I will to experience, this is what I desire, this is what I need, this is what I must have, all of these are happening within a construct that allows them to then occur to you. Please understand, beloveds, that also there is much that is occurring that you are not consciously aware of. And yet, when you have the result of a certain circumstance, when all of a sudden you look and you say, I have no food in my house. I must go to the market. I must order in food. I must eat. I need sustenance for the body. There are many steps that have been taken to bring about that circumstance. When you say, I must put gasoline in the car. I must feed the animals. I must make the beds. I must go to work. I must earn the money. I must pay the bills. All of this has been set up through a series of choices and consequences and decisions that you have made. When an accident occurs where two vehicles may collide with each other or two people collide with each other, beloveds, understand that there is no accident that occurs. It is not that you say suddenly, there is no food in my fridge. There is no money in my account. There is no gasoline in my automobile. There is no air in my tires. There have been a series or a sequence of events that have led up to that experience because you had decided, it is much like playing chess, you have decided that if I do this, 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 and this, I will get to this position. At times it appears like happenstance. How did this happen? How did I suddenly have no water to drink? How did I suddenly have no husband by my side? How did I suddenly have children that I have given birth to who have left the nest and want nothing to do with me? How has all of this happened? And you cry out and you say, please help me to have this circumstance change. But beloveds, understand that ultimately who you are praying to is yourselves. For you have negotiated every aspect of this. And when you give yourself enough elevation, you will be able to see the context in which you have placed every decision and every motion and every movement, like the most exquisite game of chess. How can you be surprised when suddenly a piece appears before you and you hear the words checkmate? Know, beloveds, that you have been the architect, the grand designer of everything it is that you are experiencing in your life. And when you call out to the Holy Spirit and you say, Holy Spirit, I need milk and bread and eggs. I need food for my children. I need food for my spouse. I need food for my animals. I need food for myself. Who you are ultimately calling out to is yourself. When you say, this situation is causing me such pain and such angst. I wish it was different. I wish I could be with this person instead of the one that I am with, because the one that I am with is not giving me what it is that I want, need, and desire. Beloveds, you are the one to give you everything that you want. You are the one to give you everything that you desire and everything that you say that you need. And you have merely forgotten that you are the one that has been orchestrating all of this. So if you are willing to pull back and reveal the truth, and you are willing to stop listening to the madness of the excuses of why you don't have what it is that you truly desire, and you are listening to a voice of madness that is the ego, but yet you are finally willing to say, I wonder what would happen if I tuned to a different frequency. I wonder what would happen if I stopped smoking. I wonder what would happen if I stopped beating my children. I wonder what would happen if I stopped raping and killing and pillaging. I wonder what would happen if I stopped watching murder shows. I wonder what would happen if I slept more, drank more water. I wonder what would happen if I prayed more, meditated longer. If you found one habit, beloveds, that you could change, it would change the entire landscape of your life. I wonder what would happen if I found a new way of believing, a new way of observing, and a new way of looking at the world. I wonder what would happen if I stopped being so critical of myself. I wonder what would happen if I stopped blaming my parents for my life circumstances. My mother didn't love me. My father didn't love me. They didn't tell me I was beautiful and charming and delightful. They told me I was an idiot, and I believed it. Why would you believe such a thing, beloveds, when you are the consciousness of creation itself? Why would you allow yourself to have that shape you when you are a most magnificent, divine, and holy being? Why would you allow yourselves to believe that you are your body rather than you are inhabiting a body to have an experience of what it is to be other than as God has created you? Each of you have the capacity, beloved beings, to remember. Would you grant yourself a moment right now? Close your eyes and inhale. Allow yourself to breathe in the very essence of God. And on that exhale, beloveds, allow yourselves to be aware of, conscious of, and connected to the Holy Spirit as the Holy Spirit raises your elevation, rights your mind, and allows you to hear with clarity, consciousness, and the wisdom of all of creation. For that is the truth of you, precious and beloved brothers and sisters. So as you open your eyes to the world, know that you need only look within, beloveds. Everything that you want and everything that you need is there waiting for you, as are we all. Blessings to you, precious ones.